Okay, what is going on, everybody? Whew. What is up? How's everyone doing? Welcome to my one major stream for the day. That's right, only one stream today. Excuse me. And as you're going to hear, I am not 100%. No way. In any way, shape, or form am I 100%. Yeah. As you can hear, I am still suffering the effects of this cold, that I've had for the past week. This is actually the first major daytime stream that I've done in a whole week. Give me 1 second here, everybody. Okay, I'm back. I was blowing my nose and I figured you guys probably didn't want to hear that. But yeah. Basically, I'm finally getting over this cold, and the last time I did a daytime stream was actually a week ago. Yeah, that's how long ago it was. It seems like forever, doesn't it? Ugh, definitely. What a shitty week. I mean, just to be honest with all of you, I was so sick all week. Even though I was supposed to spend a day and a half with Kat for Christmas, and then come back to streaming, it ended up being pretty much nowhere near as good as I would have liked it to be. I didn't even really start feeling like myself until Friday, and even then, I wasn't getting enough sleep. Finally, last night, for the first time all week, I finally got a decent night's sleep, although it certainly, it wasn't uninterrupted. I woke up around 4 a.m. choking profusely, just like, oh my god. And I had to jump out of bed, run into the bathroom, cough up a bunch of disgusting phlegm, and basically stood there for 15 minutes just choking nonstop. Drinking, choking, spitting, yuck. And then finally I got back to sleep. But outside of that, I actually got a decent night's sleep last night for the first time in a long time. And I am congested still, as you can hear. And I'm still choking. So just to forewarn everyone, even though I'm back today, it's certainly not going to be an unhindered stream. I'm actually kind of happy that we're doing a multiplayer stream today, where I could just focus kind of on gameplay and interacting with you. If this were the podcast today, it might not have gone so well, just saying. I might have been choking constantly. What I'm hoping is that by tomorrow, when I am going to do the podcast, hopefully some of this will clear out a little bit. All right. So, what I'd like to say is welcome back, everyone, and my apologies for everyone who missed out on a week of streaming. I only streamed twice in the last week, 2 nighttime streams, one of which I sounded absolutely miserable playing Minecraft, right? So, it sucks. And in reality, everyone, the truth of the matter is it really sucks for me, because this was a week when typically I'm doing holiday-themed stuff. I was going to do the Christmas Eve podcast, the post-Christmas multiplayer, and I rely on you guys attending streams and contributing to make ends meet this time of year. In particular, January is right around the corner. I got all my January bills coming up, and I'm screwed because I'm out a week of income that I needed to pay those bills. And in addition to that, things were very slow in October, which I just got paid for in December. So already I'm behind, and now I've lost a week of streaming. It sucks, all right? But it's reality. When you're self-employed, when you're a full-time streamer like me, you get sick, you make no money, okay? And certainly it's not a good situation, but it's not the end of the world. It just sucks that somehow I got to make ends meet now. And the truth of the matter is that I'm not going to do a giant plug segment talking about ways you guys can contribute. I'm just going to say 2 things. The first is that since we are near the end of the month, okay, there's only 2 days left for you guys. It's today and tomorrow to pledge to my Patreon. And for those who were not aware, in January, I'm doing a special retrospective event stream where we're going to be going back and looking at moments from my 10 years as a content creator. It's going to be game playthroughs, reviews, countdowns, both edited videos and vlogs, as well as games, that I've played over the years. And we're going to be not only reacting to these things together, but also I'll be doing like behind the scenes commentary and stuff like that. I did this event in September, and the overwhelming positive feedback I got from this, okay, was, Phil, you got to do this again. It's amazing. It's a great event. We want to see you do it again. And I said, well, fine, but we're right in the middle of the hardcore gaming season now, so I'll do it when I get time. So now I'm finally going to have time. If you want to be part of the people to nominate the moments that'll be in this event, if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon today or tomorrow, you'll be able to do that, okay? So check it out, patreon.com/darksidephil. It's a great way to help me out right now. Anything you contribute to my Patreon helps tremendously. But the thing is, you'll also be able to contribute to this event. Limited time, only a day and a half left to pledge to it, okay? Now also, if you want to contribute today, great. Any contributions are much appreciated. You cheer, sub, or tip on the stream, that's great. I'm going to give you a shout-out between the matches when I get a chance here. It's going to be all Smash gameplay. So I will have an opportunity between the matches to give you guys credit, and I'm appreciative of anything you contribute. However, the best way to help me out right now, because of what happened this week, me losing out on a week of income, and the fact that I need that income to pay my bills this month, please, if you can, tip me. Tipping me helps me out tremendously because tips I get immediately. I'm able to put them towards bills immediately. And all my bills start coming due as of January 1st. So, as of Tuesday this week, my bank account will start emptying, and I need to replenish it to keep paying the bills. And it sucks that I'm in the situation I'm in right now. It really does. Obviously, I don't want to be in this situation, but it's just reality. Okay? So please, if you can, help me out. There's two ways to tip me. You can either look below the stream. There's a button that says tip jar. And if you click on that button, you can leave a tip. Or if you don't see that button, you can just type !tip into the stream chat. That'll bring up the link where you can tip me. And that's that, okay? I'm not even going to do any more, extensive plugs or nothing. That's all I'm going to say. If you could tip me, please do. Or you can pledge to my Patreon. Both of those things help me right now. And I really do need the help because of what happened this week, okay? Now, let's talk schedule, because the schedule now has been thrown in complete disarray. I'm getting questions every single day, okay, about what's going on in regards to the schedule. What am I doing now? Because things are so screwed up because I was sick, okay? Let's talk about this. Well, today I'm doing Smash multiplayer. This is what you guys voted for. I actually had a poll live overnight on my Twitter. Excuse me. Asking, what did you guys want to see on today's stream? And I gave you three options. I said you could either do Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer, we could do Smash Ultimate multiplayer, or I could do a session of Assassin's Creed Odyssey post-game, where basically I focus on leveling up Cassandra and doing side missions to get her strong enough to take on the Medusa. I believe I'm level 46 right now, and you need to be level 50 to fight the Medusa. So I'm very close. Like another major session, I'll probably hit 2-3 more levels and be able to do it. So, that being said, I think that it would be a great session to do. However, people voted for Smash, and I'm okay with that. I am. And we'll see how it goes. I haven't played Smash now in like a week and a half. It'll be fun to just jump in and do some multiplayer stuff and mess around with various characters and, see how things go. And it should be just a fun stream to mess around. It's not going to be a serious stream. I'll probably mess around with a variety of characters. Some people have already asked me, am I opening a lobby? I have no idea. Right now, I just want to do some random multiplayer. We'll see how it goes. If it goes well, great. If I get bored after an hour or two, maybe I'll open a lobby. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to play the game and have fun today, okay? Not really too concerned about it being a super serious stream. As you can hear, I don't sound great. So, my first stream back, just messing around in the game. Let's see how today goes, all right? Now, I'm only doing one stream today for various reasons. The first is because I sound like shit, and I don't want to overdo it. My first major day back here doing a 4+ hour stream, I don't want to overdo it and completely wear out my voice and screw myself over because tomorrow I'm planning on doing that podcast that was supposed to happen a week ago, okay? Number 2, I got tons of shit to do tonight. I got to sit down and schedule all of my bills that I was supposed to pay over the past week, and I didn't because I was sick, and they're all coming due on the 1st, so I have to sit down and do like 2 hours of bill paying. I also have to set up the thread on the forums so that patrons can start nominating their favorite moments of, my 10 years so that we can do this retrospective event. Among other things, I actually have a few things that people have, sent me over the week. Apparently, a couple people made me some music remixes that they were offering to let me use on pre-stream. I didn't have a single moment to even listen to those because I was so sick. And a few other things as well. So I got emails to respond to. I got a lot of stuff to do tonight. Plus, I'll be honest, I just want to freaking relax. All right. So, let's see how it goes. All right, tonight. But only one stream today because, number 1, I want to recuperate a little more. And number 2, I got other stuff to do. Tomorrow, Monday, I'm back to full-time streaming. And that means double streams, okay? Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. So, tomorrow, December 31st, my first stream will be the podcast, the long-awaited podcast that I know you guys have been waiting for a week because it was supposed to be the Christmas Eve podcast, and it didn't happen, okay? So what are we doing? It's going to be many different topics. The first thing we're going to do is talk about Christmas. I want to talk about my Christmas, the things that I did over the month of December with Kat to celebrate, the things that we did on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, talk about some of the gifts and stuff that we got, and stuff like that. Then I want to hear from you in regards to your Christmases. What did you guys do? What gifts did you get for Christmas? So it'll be a big segment just about Christmas, okay? Then I'm going to talk about how stuff went in 2018. Overall, how did things go personally and professionally with me? Kind of a big yearly recap summary to let everyone know in general how things went. Goals for next year, what I'm aiming to do, etc. So it'll be a very informative part of the stream for those who like the behind-the-scenes stuff. Then there'll be a whole segment dedicated to 2019 talking about the game release schedule. I went through the entire game release schedule and wrote down all the major releases that I'm interested in for next year. And I'll be going through them and telling you, what I'm planning on covering, etc. So that's going to be a giant segment of the show, okay? So, all in all, I estimate this podcast is going to end up being 2 to 3 hours long. If there's time at the end of the show and if I'm up to it, I will be doing a Q&A session. But I don't know. It depends on how my voice holds out. How I'm holding out during the course of the stream, etc. is going to be a major factor. So we'll see what happens with the podcast tomorrow. Hopefully it goes well, okay? In general, I know a lot of people were waiting for this podcast last week as a time when they were going to swing by and contribute, and then it never happened, and then there was a week of no streams. I know that really sucks, but it's finally happening tomorrow, okay? Then, tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing Chill Minecraft, all right? And even though it's New Year's Eve, and some people will be like, why is Phil working on New Year's Eve? It's because Kat is also working. So if she's working, I might as well work. So I'll be doing a Chill Minecraft stream tomorrow night. What will we be doing in that stream? I have no idea. At this point, I did a lot of mining, and I have a lot of minerals and stuff to work with. So I have no idea what the next thing would be. I need to get more experience points in order to enchant again, because the game robbed me. If you're not aware, the last stream I played, they dropped me out of the sky and killed me for no reason after loading my game, and I lost 30 levels of experience to a glitch. So now I basically got to grind myself back up to having enough experience to doing stuff that I was doing, which is really annoying. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night, see what people recommend. The Minecraft streams have primarily been interactive streams where you guys guide me along the kind of stuff that I should be doing. And I'm looking forward to more of that tomorrow, okay? Then on Tuesday, even though I kind of put up a schedule on Twitter for this, it is kind of up in the air. And the reason is it's all going to depend on how I'm feeling and the like. But on Tuesday, if everything goes well, all right, and I'm feeling good, then probably what I'll do on Tuesday is Final Fantasy IV, and then maybe I'll either do some Black Ops 4 multiplayer or maybe more Black Ops 4 Blackout, depending on what you guys want to see. Okay. Excuse me. Yuck. Then on Wednesday, I may, and this is a consideration, I'm not 100% yet, but I may play Deltarune. This is actually a game that I wanted to do for a while, okay? Deltarune. It came out in, what was it, November? And people have asked me to do Deltarune ever since then. And I never played it because I was busy with new releases. So maybe I'll do a stream of Deltarune, or maybe I'll do the Assassin's Creed stream that I was thinking of doing, today. Maybe that will be Wednesday. We'll see. And then Wednesday night, up in the air, it could be more Minecraft. It could be anything. It could be Final Fantasy. It could be Smash. It could be anything. Blackout. We'll see. And then Thursday is my day off this week. Okay? And then I'll be back, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, etc., etc. Now, some people have already asked me. Last night, people were asking me this on the stream. Well, when are you going to do your year-end series? Aren't you going to be doing the most disappointing games countdown? Aren't you going to be doing your Game of the Year awards? I mean, sure, I'd love to do them, but at this point, I just need to get back to the point where I can just do streaming again. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I want to do those, I don't want to say, oh, yeah, I'm doing them this week, and then they're terrible because I sound like shit. I'm suffering with these symptoms. Those are going to be streams that primarily are talking, where I'm going to be talking constantly about why games are disappointing or why games were great. And the last thing I want to do is push them out and have them be shitty. Just because people are like, oh, it's the end of the year, do them immediately. I will do them, but maybe it'll be, a week or two into the year. It may be the first or second week of January by the time I finally get to it, because, I'm under the weather. What are you going to do, right? But I am going to do them, and we'll see what happens, and I'll let you know, once we get through this week of streaming, how stuff, is going with me with my symptoms and everything, and hopefully I'm getting better, and, then we'll get to it, okay? Now, with this coming month of January, a few ideas. Number one, I'm going to be continuing with Final Fantasy IV. That's going to be an ongoing playthrough. Number two, I'm strongly considering playing either Grand Theft Auto 3 HD or Dark Souls Remastered, but in a way I've never played it before, okay? I think that either game would be a great way to kill some time this month, and some people hate when I say that, because it's not killing time, but when I say that, I mean, there's no new releases really this month until near the end of the month, so it's basically a way for me to stream fun stuff for you guys that's not new release content, rather than just not know what to do. So those are the two things I'm considering. Grand Theft Auto 3, okay, HD, because the first time I played it on PS2, I played it without direct capture, and I had a really rough time with it, because number one, it was massive delayed controls. If you remember, when I played all three of those original Grand Theft Auto games in, 2012 or 2013? I can't really remember. I think it was 2012. It was really tough to play them, because I was playing them on the PS2 with massive input delay. So it just made the games innately more difficult, okay? And sadly, I hate to say this, but all of those original Grand Theft Auto playthroughs were completely destroyed on YouTube when YouTube decided to content ID match all music. So, by replaying Grand Theft Auto 3 with no music this time, not only will the graphics be better, the controls will be better, but also the playthrough will be intact and won't be completely destroyed by content ID bullshit on YouTube. Okay? So, strongly considering doing that. It might be a great time to do it. In 2018, I did playthroughs of both Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, as well as Vice City, again with no music, and they turned out really well. Despite the fact there was no music, people really enjoyed those playthroughs, and I think this could be a way to engage people in January when otherwise there's nothing else going on with the new releases. Dark Souls always gets people, but the thing is, it gets a certain crowd, you know what I mean? There's a certain, excuse me, a certain crowd of people that love to see me play Dark Souls, but it's not everyone. It's not for everyone. I get that, okay? If I were to do Dark Souls again, okay, I would be playing it in a different way. Now, one thing I've never done in Dark Souls is played a sorcery build, ever, or a pyro build, ever. So sorcery or pyromancy, I've never focused on those, ever. And maybe doing a magic build would make the game different and interesting. I can't confirm that because I've never done it, you know? I think some people have said, wow, that would be so different because Phil always goes for some kind of a melee class. The exception was Dark Souls 2 when I actually started as a melee class and changed it up when I realized how overpowered the lightning spears were. So, I'm considering doing it, alright? But, if I do it, it would have to be something that you guys help me with, okay? You guys would have to help me a lot with this because, sadly, if you don't, I'm not going to know shit. I don't know where the pyromancy or sorcery stuff is in the game. I'm lost. It's going to be a very interactive deal where you guys tell me, okay, Phil, here's where the items are you're really going to need for a critical run doing magic. Here's what you do. And I'm all ears. I'd be very happy to listen. Okay? Excuse me. And I'd be very happy to consider, you know, doing that and having fun with it. Okay? So, the way I see it is I could do one or the other. I don't necessarily know if I would have time to do both in January. In January, also, around the middle of the month, there's Ace Combat 7, which some people have expressed interest in seeing me play, which I may play. And then near the end of the month, we got 2 major releases. The Resident Evil 2 Remastered, which I cannot wait to play. The game looks outstandingly good. And, of course, then we got Kingdom Hearts 3. So, Final Fantasy 4, continuing on. Me trying to finish up Assassin's Creed. And continuing on, of course, with ongoing coverage of Black Ops 4 multiplayer and Blackout, as well as Smash Brothers. All that paired with Minecraft chill streams. And then a new major playthrough, either with Grand Theft Auto 3 or Dark Souls Remastered. Probably Ace Combat around the middle of the month. And then at the end of the month, the retrospective event. And then the 2 new games. Okay? Pretty sweet. I think it's going to be pretty neat. Should be a good month. And, you know, hopefully my health holds out. Okay? So I know that was a ginormous schedule for you guys. I just wanted you to know because it's a big chain, you know, all this stuff now happening. And I'm always looking for input. If you guys think that either GTA 3 or the Dark Souls run are good ideas or better ideas than another, let me know. If you think there is some kind of a startlingly big thing that I missed that I should be doing in January instead, let me know. Okay? I'm open to suggestions. But I'm just trying to think of stuff that's going to bring people in January before the new releases come out. You know, I can't have a whole dead month here. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, outside of all that, guys, I don't have a heck of a lot more to talk about. And quite frankly, with the way that I'm sounding, I think what I should do is just get to shout-outs. So that way we can get ready with multiplayer for Smash, and we can have some fun gameplay rather than hear me gab all day. Okay? Alright. So let's do some shout-outs then. Okay? So, we start off with overnight, a couple people who cheered. We had Big Bad Buffoon, who did a 100-bit cheer. I said, what do you think about gaming companies who make sole experience of their games based on online play? For example, in 2010, you played a game that was called MAG. It was a PS3 exclusive, one of the first online-only games. Now it is unplayable because Sony shut down the servers. They have to shut down older games now to keep new ones going, which means in about 10 to 15 years, these online-only games of today will be unplayable, and people growing up with them now won't even be able to share them with their kids. Yeah, I mean, this is something that I've been saying recently, and I think some people sometimes misunderstand what I'm saying, or maybe I don't clarify myself well. When you make an online-only game where the main experience is online multiplayer or online co-op, what ends up happening is these games don't stand the test of time because you need to have that equivalent online experience or else you're not experiencing what the game was in its heyday. So if your game's main focus is online co-op and in 10 years no one plays the game anymore, you can't find anyone to co-op it with, and then they shut the servers off, your game is lost to history. And I've been saying this, that these online co-op games and online-only games, sadly, at least in my opinion, are not games made for artistic creation. They're not games made to give you a unique or fun gameplay experience at all. They're just there to make money because they realize online co-op is the way to do it. You don't have to put a lot of effort into it. You could just reuse resources from other games and other engines, smash a bunch of shit together, and make a game that, because you're doing it with friends online co-op, it's fun, and, you know, then you make a buck, and then after a few years you could dump it. I hate to say it, but that just seems to be the pattern I'm seeing. Destiny 1 and 2, okay? Games that, at launch, really don't have a lot of content. People play them for a month or two. Then they sell ridiculous amounts of expansions to get people to keep playing these games. So basically you buy the game 3 times by the time you're done. But then at the end of the day, you know, what did you really do in those games? You had a social experience with your friends co-oping in a bland, grindy style game. Any of these Tom Clancy games recently, I mean, we had The Division, then we had Ghost Recon Wildlands, and now we got The Division 2 coming out. Same deal. Like, seriously, if you didn't play these games, you missed nothing. It wasn't like these were, wow, these were great moments in gaming that if you missed out, you really missed out on this epic game that was one of the best of the year. You can't even say that. Like, these games are meant just for the sake of making money. These are not games where you play them and you feel like, wow, groundbreaking gameplay experience, really got my money's worth. No, it's just, oh, it was fun because I played with my friend. And that's sad. Now, in the case of Mag, Big Bad Buffoon's absolutely right. I remember this game from my early days as a YouTuber. I was on the fence about buying it, knowing that it was online only, but it was supposed to be the biggest online experience ever. It was supposed to be, was it either 64 versus 64 or 128 versus 128? Honestly, I can't remember, but basically it was meant to be the biggest online gameplay ever on a console. They'd never seen, you know, matches of this level before on a console, okay? And when you played it, I remember at first at launch, it didn't work very well. It was buggy. But then it worked. And it was actually pretty fun. Was it, oh my god, I'm so fucking blown away, this is the best game I've ever played? No. Was it fun? Yeah, it was. It was a fun game to jump in and play around with. You could co-op with people in a party, or you could just go solo. It was a fun game. But, right, this game had no campaign. It's just online multiplayer. And now that the servers are off, the game is gone forever. So, when they made Mag, you know what I mean? Were they really making a game to be some kind of a game that would stand the test of time? And, wow, remember when we played Mag? I can't wait to show my kids that game one day. No. It was a game that they knew what they were doing when they made it. They knew one day it would be shut down. They made their money, and they're gone, and they went on to do other stuff. You know, and it'll be the same thing with Destiny 1, Destiny 2, The Division. These games are just made to make a buck. And if you're okay with that, and you understand that, that's fine. But, and I just, you know, there's a place, there's definitely a place in the gaming industry for these games. Obviously, they're big sellers. But you have to understand what you're doing. If you are the kind of person that you buy every one of these co-op games just to play games with your friends, you're basically telling the game industry this is what you want. And you're going to see more and more of these generic, really not a lot of effort put into them. I mean, look at Fallout 76. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever wanted an example of a reason why Fallout 76 exists, that game only exists because the co-op game online-only craze took off and made so much money. So Bethesda, looking to line their pockets with lots of money with little effort, said, oh, how do we take our existing successful franchise and port it to be part of this successful formula? And that's why Fallout 76 exists and sucks and is a horrible disaster and, you know, one of the smites on the face of gaming of 2018, right? So, yeah, it does suck that we have this big pattern that you've got people who are game developers jumping on, trying to make the buck, okay, rather than worrying about the quality of the content they actually put out or the longevity of the content that they put out. And it's become a huge pattern in gaming. It just has. But it's really shame on them, but shame on us. We buy them. You know, people ran out and bought Fallout 76 in droves. No, but people did. You know, people still got fooled somehow. I don't know how. I didn't get fooled. And I'm the biggest freaking fan of Fallout, and I didn't get fooled by that shit, you know. So, I don't know. I just hope, what I hope is that, is there a place in the industry for these games? Sure. I hope it doesn't take over. You know what I mean? Like, let's still have the quality games paired with the crap. I'm okay with the crap existing as long as you get the quality stuff too that I can play and enjoy. You know, it's so funny because you look at games like Anthem. So BioWare, who's always known for their single player, immersive, story-based narrative experiences, is now making an online co-op game. It's like, what the fuck? They literally followed suit with Bethesda here. It doesn't make any sense because it's going to fail. Don't make no mistake. These co-op games are now on the way out. That fad already, took its course. So all these major AAA publishers now trying to jump on that same fad. It's not going to work, okay? Do you really think Anthem's going to do well? I don't know, man. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. But please just let them continue to make the good games as well as the terrible ones, okay? You see what I mean? Okay. Richie7ACR cheered 50 bits. Thank you, Richie. Golden Colts did a 50-bit cheer. He says, give me that top cheer. And then a Kappa face. Well, I would, but someone actually did a larger cheer right after you, so we're going to hold off for that. All right. Last Rambo cheered. He says, I would recommend that everyone in the lobby set their stage as random so that we do not see the same stages over and over again. I didn't say I'm making a lobby. I never said I'm making a lobby. I'm probably just going to do random online multiplayer, and then, like I said, if I get bored of that or whatever, or it's not working, then I'll consider. But I never said I'm making a lobby today, so I don't know what gave you that impression. But I do hear ya. You don't want to play the same stage over and over. We didn't seem to have that problem when I played last time, so. Feely Stone, resub for the 22nd month in a row. Thank you, Feely Stone, for the resub. Mark Murphy, at 100-bit cheer, said, it's sick, it piss. Great. Golden Colt shoot again. He said, would you ever play Saints Row 1 instead of GTA 3? You never played that. Would I ever play Saints Row 1? Sure. Would I play it instead of GTA 3? Probably not. Because the reason I want to play either GTA 3 or Dark Souls in January is because I need something that will bring a large group of viewers who maybe normally wouldn't just watch me play just anything, but it seems like the Grand Theft Auto franchise, the Dark Souls franchise, etc. are ones that bring people. And I need people now to come back to my stuff in January before the new releases hit to get them used to coming back and watching my streams again. Maybe they weren't around for the past couple of months as things slowed down at the end of the year. Do I think Saints Row 1's going to do that? Nope. During a time when maybe there's other major releases going on and I'm looking for another game to balance with those, that would be probably a really good time for Saints Row 1. But I don't think January would be the right time. Okay? 2-Bar King did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, 2-Bar King. Eternal Napalm did a 300-bit cheer. And I actually believe that's the top cheer of the day. So let me get that up on the leaderboard. And then I will read his message. Hold on. Shit. That did not work out. There we go. Okay, so Eternal Napalm says, and I quote, hey DSP, there are 3 playthroughs I would love to see in 2019. First, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Second, Nier Automata, second and third runs. And third, Biomutant, a unique open-world RPG releasing in the summer. Well, thank you. Metroid Prime 2, I'm not against, but if I remember correctly, I think I bought the Metroid Prime trilogy digitally on my Wii U. And I played Metroid Prime 1, okay. It was quite a long game, and a lot of people complained that it was boring. And I get that. That would probably be a playthrough that, like I said, that would be something to do as a downtime playthrough to balance with other stuff that's more popular. That would not be something that I would just do as a main playthrough and basically have people not showing up. Nier Automata, second and third, runs. You're now talking 2 years since the game came out. I'll be honest, again, I don't think there's going to bring a lot of people. And I haven't heard a lot of people clamoring for those runs. I'm not saying that they're never going to happen. I'm just saying, at this point, kind of been here, done that. Most people who wanted to see that game have done it or played it. And I don't know if I would ever go back to it. Okay? Biomutant, I don't know anything about. A few people have talked about it. I guess we'll see in the summer. We'll see when the game comes out in the summer. Is there hype around it? Is it something to do? At least it's the summertime when there really isn't much else going on. So that would be time to maybe try out a game like that. So we'll see. All right. The Fall of Adam cheered and said, I think a Magic Pyro build is a great idea for Dark Souls. It'll be great variety and show you can complete such a difficult game in varying styles to prove dumbs wrong. Eternal Napalm cheered again and said, my first blind run of Dark Souls was a Pyromancer build. I'll show you where all the secret Pyro spells and NPCs are, including the Chaos Covenant and secret NPC, Kaelana. Well, Kaelana, wasn't that supposed to be the sister of the Spider Queen in Blighttown? And isn't she just in a corridor right near there? Because I think I found her before. If I remember, there's like a fast travel point, you know, a bonfire right near her. So, but that's the thing, like, never have I cared about that. So in my runs of these games, I never really gave a shit about finding the important stuff for these other builds. I've always found the items I'm like, oh great, Pyromancy, I'll never use that, and I throw it out. You know? So, yeah. I mean, definitely would need help with that, okay? But we'll see. I'm curious, will people want to see more? GTA 3 or Dark Souls? I'm very curious to see what people say. So, I guess we'll be listening to opinions over the next week or two and see what people say. And then probably like first to second week of January, I'll be starting up a playthrough. Okay? Okay. The Fall of Adam cheers his biggest fan. What do you think of the original Fallout games? I never played them, but I'm talking modern Fallout. I'm talking since Fallout 3 and onward. So, Rocket Sauce subscribed. Excuse me. Rocket Sauce has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Rocket Sauce, for the sub. Ace cheered and said, my problem with these gaming fads like Battle Royale is that it encourages people to avoid amazing experiences that don't follow the fad. So, for example, someone who plays Fortnite will probably not play Spider-Man, Legend of Zelda, or God of War. Oh, well, excuse me. Apparently my stomach had something to say about that. Well, how can I say this? In the scheme of things, games that are fads, like for example, Minecraft, right? That game, at the height of its popularity, was bringing in people who weren't playing video games to play video games. It was exposing a whole new audience to gaming, and that's a good thing. Now, did that translate into those people then, like you're saying, oh, well, I gotta play the best games of the year. I want to go play Red Dead 2 and God of War. And no, those people just played Minecraft, and they watched Minecraft videos, and they watched Minecraft streams, and they went out and bought Minecraft merch. And for a good 5 years, Minecraft completely immersed pop culture and took over. Finally, that fad is done, and now we've moved on to the Fortnite craze, the Battle Royale craze, okay? And I guess the real question here is it bad or good for gaming? I mean, I don't want to say there's bad, okay? But I just hope that people out there who now maybe are being exposed to video games for the first time because of the mainstream popularity of Fortnite don't think that's the end-all, be-all of gaming. Sorry, but video games are not a bunch of 10-year-olds dancing around doing meme dances. They're just not. Video games are much more than that. They are a cultural dynamo. They are more profitable than television, music, movies, cinema, or any kind of cinema like stage, stage and screen combined. They can become amazing artistic experiences that are very much mature and for adults, as much as dancing around like a little kid in Fortnite is for kids. Okay? So I'm okay with it. I don't mind the Fortnite, craze. But at the same time, and I'll be very honest here, everyone, earlier this year, I took a lot of criticism because when Ninja played with Drake on Fortnite, and his stream got a record high number of views on Twitch, people came out and were like, we made it, yo. Games are mainstream, yo. Yo, we made it, yo. This is it. And I came out and said, how the fuck does that mean anything for anyone who's been into video games before the Fortnite craze? Like, what you're telling me is Fortnite is now mainstream popular. That doesn't mean that that's going to benefit any of us at all. But people were acting like this is it. we've reached the pinnacle of what gaming can be because Drake is playing with fucking Ninja on a Twitch stream that got record views. I'm like, what is stupidity? Like, this is just such stupidity. And I criticized it, and people gave me shit that I'm out of touch, and I'm an asshole, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And now here we are at the end of 2018, and everyone makes fun of kids playing Fortnite. So funny how everyone has flipped completely on their own early opinion, when in reality, I knew what was happening, was that a game like Fortnite was getting all the attention, and all that was going to do, having Drake play Fortnite, was going to attract kids, which is exactly what fucking happened. Children started playing the game, and now it's virally popular with young kids. And in reality, the game is very profitable for adults who play it because kids watch adults play it, but it's not a game that is going to be taken super seriously because of what's happened culturally with it. Okay? So, you know, for me, I don't mind these games existing. I just don't. You know, it's okay. It's fine. You want to get crazy attention on these kind of games? Fine. But understand, these games don't really mean anything for gaming as a whole. It's a flash in the pan success. You know, people who play Fortnite like crazy are not necessarily now going to jump into some amazing other games and become lifetime gamers. It's just like Minecraft. You know, those people who played the living fuck out of Minecraft didn't necessarily then start playing every other good game because they're so different. You see what I mean? They were part of this cultural phenomenon, this viral thing. And once the viral popularity dies, so does the interest. And that's what the point I was trying to make earlier this year. Drake playing fucking Fortnite, it didn't mean a damned thing for anyone. But people are so dumb and ignorant, they just want to buy into fads and hype. Oh, the hype. You're an idiot. Stop buying into this stupid crap. You know, what did that do for anyone, any of us as gamers? Nothing. All it did was make a bunch of kids play the game and dance. So, congrats on your massive success. You finally made it, yo. Okay. So, Coral Guy Charity says, the return to Okami may not be a mainstream type of game, but it's still great. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to return to Okami. The problem with Okami is it's a visually stunning game, but it's a game that very much plays like an outdated RPG like Zelda, like classic Zelda. Modern audiences don't care about classic Zelda. Alright? I'm just being honest here. Okay? Modern audiences are not looking to see me play classic Zelda. And I kind of knew this was going to happen when I played it last year. Within 2 to 3 streams, viewership had dwindled to nothing. Contributions were incredibly low, and people were bored as shit. And I was like, I guess we're just not going to do it anymore. You know, we'll do other stuff. And that's what happened. You know, when I'm a full-time streamer, I have to find stuff that people want to see. And the cool thing is, there have been cases where I play more niche games like Dragon Quest XI, right? That one worked out perfectly. Even though we didn't get a lot of attendance on those streams, people came out and supported the playthrough, and I was able to do this insanely lengthy playthrough of the game. That was not the case with Okami. It was just a very slow-paced, you know, game that people were not catching on. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, you know, and, you know, moving forward, I'll always consider it, but I get the feeling, you know, there's certain games, you know, these older, more JRPG-style, Zelda-like exploration games, Metroidvania games, and indies, that whenever time I play them, no one pays attention. No one. Everyone told me Axiom Verge is one of the best games of 2018. I played it during the Indies Marathon, and everyone stopped watching, and the viewership dwindled, and everyone told me it was boring. Just like I fucking knew would happen. I knew it. Not to say that I didn't like the game, I liked it, but I knew that shit would happen. It happens every time. Okay? So, that is it, folks, for that. Fall of Adam says, remember SOT? No, I don't even know what that means. What the fuck is SOT? He says, one streamer who averages 12k views is now at 60k because now he plays that game. The definition of the streamer makes the stream and not the game. Can't wait for another Dark Souls run. Nobody plays those games like you. Okay, I have no idea what SOT means. Crimson Josh Jerry says, do you think you will return? Hope the Christmas was well. Many gifts you got. Huh? I am super confused.
Did he cheat again? How long is the pre-stream? Is this the podcast or is this the chill game or podcast? Oh my god, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I'm so lost. Oh no. Okay. Well, I think it's time to end the pre-stream, everybody. Thank you, everyone, so far for your contributions. In particular, thank you to Eternal Napalm, who did a 300-bit cheer, biggest cheer of the day. Oh, whoa. Lice for Soul just tipped me $10. First tip of the day. Thank you, Lice for Soul. Because I believe anyone good at Fortnite wouldn't be able to beat the first boss of any Dark Souls game, let alone beat one. I hate to tell you this. Most people who play Fortnite and only Fortnite probably can't play Super Mario Brothers. Because, like I said, they only started playing because of viral popularity. They didn't play games because, oh, this game is good, or, you know, they started playing it because it was popular. You know, and this is what happens with everything. Look at the people who became popular on YouTube and Twitch. They're virally popular for the sake of being virally popular, not because the quality of what they put out is so much better than everything else. They found a little niche, they found a way to get mainstream appeal, and just retained it forever. You know, and it's the same thing with a game like Fortnite. It got lucky. It ended up being a successful formula, battle royale that everyone else was doing. So copied everybody else, but did it in a cartoony formula. And by the way, was free on every console. So of course the kiddies are going to play it. And then they very, very wisely promoted their games in things like, oh, let's get Drake to play it, right? Wow, was that a absolutely ingenious marketing strategy? You know, genius. I'm not going to talk shit about that. It made perfect sense. But again, for what it was a marketing ploy to play their game. It wasn't, oh, you know, this is some kind of a significant occurrence for gamers. But people treated it like it was. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to go into it again. Okay? So anyway, thank you, Lights for Soul, for that $10 tip. Again, guys, I'll say this. I said it at the beginning of the pre-stream. I'll say it again. If you really want to help me, please tip me today. This is the best way you can help me. I need your support because a week now I wasn't streaming. And that was income I needed to pay my bills in January. I already was behind because October was my slowest month of the year on streams. And December, I already was, like, really low on funds. And now I have a week I didn't fucking stream because I was so sick. So it sucks because I need to pay all my bills this coming week. So any support you can lend, please, if you can, tip me. Tipping helps me immediately. I can put those funds towards bills. There's two ways to tip me. You can either click on the tips jar button below the stream, or you could type !tip into the stream chat. And I'm very appreciative of any contributions, but tipping helps the most. All right. All right, guys. That is it. Thank you for your support. It's now time to play some Smash. See how this goes, okay? All right, thank you. And let's begin.